Over the last 2 years, I went from 2,000 to almost 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my entire process, from planning my videos, recording, editing, publishing, and growing a YouTube channel. First off, one of the most challenging parts of creating YouTube videos is idea generation. Even if you know your topic and niche, knowing what to make videos about, getting on current trends, and seeing what other people are watching in your genre is a big deal. Right here, I actually have an entire Notion document where I have video ideas, both videos that I can make whenever, some more current ideas, ones that have to do with trending topics, and videos that are in progress that I'll be making next. Another great place to see what topics are resonating with your audience is go to the Analytics tab here in your YouTube studio. Click over to Audience, and here you'll see a few things: channels your audience watches and videos your audience watches. This box right here is key information. This tells you what videos creators like you are doing in your niche and what topics are popular. Obviously, iOS 18 is a big deal, talking about different phone cases. This is a great place to look for video ideas, not copy it one for one, but put your own spin on these topics, see how you can differentiate your video from these other popular topics. And if you've never seen the channels up here, go to these channels and actually watch what videos are they making? How often do they publish? What topics are they covering now? This is a great way to know how to gear your content to appeal to a wider audience. Now, as I'm planning a video like this one that's in progress, I usually have lots of notes. I don't typically script my videos, but I'll put bullet points and main topics. These will probably end up being chapters in the video, and these bullet points will help prompt my memory to see what I want to talk about. For a lot of YouTube creators, fully scripting your content works great. And there's some great teleprompter options like this one from Elgato. We have an entire video on it. I highly recommend checking it out if you're fully scripting your videos. You can check out the Elgato prompter up here. But for me, I usually like referring to bullet points and titles. This way I can talk more extemporaneously, and for me personally, it comes across more naturally. Plus I have an editing tool that really helps with my style of creating these videos. As I've been building the channel, I also have several topics I can return to at any point. Shortcuts and automation are something that people ask for in my comments, so at any point I can make a shortcuts video. I also do a lot of smart home automations and devices, and I can always return to a smart home video as well. So if I ever feel a little writer's block, I'll just go to one of the topics I know, like smart home, shortcuts automation, and I already have questions and comments from listeners, and I can literally just answer those in a video. I know those will appeal to my audience because I'm addressing them directly, and they're easy for me to do because they're topics that I'm already passionate about, which is a key element. When you're thinking about your channel and your videos, what's a topic you're passionate about that you could talk about for hours and hours and never get tired of it? That's going to be important because YouTube and podcasts, it is a long-term game, a marathon, not a sprint. So if it's a topic you think is just popular, but you're not personally passionate about it, I would avoid those. Find something you love talking about, and even if you don't think there's an audience out there for it, if you're passionate and provide enough value in your videos, that topic will resonate with an audience out there. YouTube is big, millions and millions of users. They will find your content. So once I choose a video that I'll be recording next, I pull up that note, I have the topics and bullet points ready, and it's time to hit record. Real quick, I record with a Sony a7 IV mirrorless camera, Sigma 35mm lens. I have a Sennheiser MKH416 shotgun microphone, and that goes into a Rodecaster Pro 2. That's my video and audio. Then I also have a top-down camera, which is a Sony a6400. It was actually my first camera. You can get it for under $1,000 right now, and it still works great as a main camera if you want to use that. But I would encourage you, don't get stuck on gear. You can start creating YouTube videos with the phone you have in your pocket. And if you record with the Riverside app, there are tools like Magic Audio that can make these built-in microphones sound studio quality. Here's a quick example. Now I'm going to apply Magic Audio. And this is what the audio can sound like with your built-in iPhone microphone. If you want to learn more about just using an iPhone for video podcasts or creating YouTube content, check out this video above and the links in the description. As I record, I'm referring to the notes. Sometimes I do multiple takes, and that's fine. And I also record multiple angles simultaneously. So I'm recording my A-roll, I'm also recording my top-down B-roll shot as I'm talking, and I'll also do my screen recording at the same time. Now I have multiple camera angles I can switch between, and it makes my editing process even faster. I'll stop recording everywhere, import my footage, and when it comes to editing my YouTube videos, I use Gling.ai every time. I can import my A-roll, and what this does is it transcribes your video, but it does two key things. It will cut out all silences, so if there's a long break where I was thinking about what to say, or if I do multiple takes, like I say the same thing over and over again, but only the last time is what I want to keep, it will automatically cut all that out. This basically gives me an edited A-roll in just a couple minutes. This allows me to create lots of video content very fast. Using Gling, I can actually export a multicam clip, which is important because I have multiple cameras I'm going to be editing, and then I import that into Final Cut. Now here in Final Cut, I'll open that multicam editor and you'll see I have the A-roll here. And anytime I'm looking off camera, I know I'm using my B-roll shot. Here I have my top-down shot I recorded at the same time. And I have the audio file that I process using iZotope. And I de-ess my audio and remove breaths. This is what iZotope looks like. I actually just opened the WAV file I recorded using Audio Hijack when I was filming. You can actually see Audio Hijack running right now as I'm recording this video. Puts little sound bars here in the menu bar. And this is my screen recording tool, CleanShot X. Highly recommend both of those. I'll put links in the video description to those tools. Then here in iZotope, I have my breath control settings and de-esser. I run this on the audio file, export this WAV file, and then import that into Final Cut. And with this multicam clip, I can sync all these angles via the audio, and now my video is almost edited for me. Now I'll go through the project, and all the cuts are basically made for me, and anytime I'm looking away from the camera, I know I was referring to my top-down camera shot. I'll select all those clips, and typically you can right-click and change the angle here in Final Cut, here in the timeline. But if you select multiple clips, go up here to the Info tab, then I can actually change the active angle to multiple selected clips at one time. I'll change all those to the B-roll, and now I have all the angle changes, whether it's top-down or going back to the A-roll, all done in just a few seconds. Once I've done that, I try to focus on the intro to the video. The first 30 seconds of your video are key. It's basically a trailer for your entire video. So I'll pull clips from the rest of the recording, kind of have a fast-paced intro. Sometimes I'll use a zoom in feature. It's actually a preset from MKBHD's MotionVFX pack. You can go to MotionVFX.com. I'll put a link in the video description, and he has a zoom in tool and a constant zoom tool. I use those a lot. After I add the intro, I'll go through, make any final edits, add some overlays like the subscribed overlay, maybe some titles. Those are all MotionVFX packs. And I also add chapter markers here in the Final Cut project. You'll see those as the orange ribbons here. I do that because I use another tool called Creator's Best Friend. And with that, I can just drag the project into this little window and actually get the chapter timestamps from the markers that I set. I can copy to the clipboard, put that in my YouTube description, and now I have those chapters. Again, in just a few seconds, having done it while I'm editing. Once I'm done, I'll export this 4K video file, and then I'll upload that video to my YouTube channel. While that's uploading, I'll create a thumbnail for my video. My thumbnails are usually pretty simple. I do it myself in just a few minutes. Sometimes I have a title, some gradient overlays, and then I basically record myself before or after my video in a couple poses. This is me just posing holding the phones. I'll add some other elements, like I duplicated the layer with myself and removed the background, so now I can overlay myself on the top-down shot, add those gradients back and those text, and now I have a thumbnail. Here in YouTube, I write the title and description, put any links together, those chapter timestamps that I have from Creator's Best Friend, I format that here in the description, upload my thumbnail. Sometimes I do A/B thumbnail tests, which you can do. Upload up to 3 thumbnails and YouTube will figure out which one is best. Put some tags that relate to the topics, add a couple videos on the end and some links to videos throughout, and then publish. Now I know that was really fast, but if you have questions on my creation process, leave comments below this video. But when it comes to actually growing your channel, a few key things. Consistency, one of the big keys. Post regularly. If it's once every other week, that's great too. Just make sure you post consistently so your audience knows what to expect. You can even say things like new videos every Sunday. And a lot of people ask, when is the best time of day to post? That usually doesn't affect long-term performance, but you can go back to the audience tab in your YouTube studio and you can see a heat map of when your viewers are actually online watching videos. Publishing a video when most viewers are on YouTube can help a video in those first few initial hours gain some traction. So that's usually what I do. I typically post a video when many of my viewers are on YouTube. And another key way of growing your audience is taking advantage of trending topics. You can see the iPhone 16 just came out, and my last few videos all had iPhone 16 as the topic and title in the video. iOS 18 was another big one for me, and you'll see those videos are performing pretty well. Again, that trending topic is a big deal. But even more than trending topics and even consistency, provide value for your audience. Are they learning something? Are they being entertained or inspired the entire time they watch their video? Cut out any small talk, any fluff, any parts of the video that might be boring or not really providing anything to your viewers. Cut all that out. Make sure you provide value the entire time. This is also the strategy when it comes to podcasting. I do a video podcast every week, and the only way I can do both of these things, YouTube channel and a video podcast, is I use Riverside to record. Me and my co-host are remote. Every Thursday we record with Riverside, and the editing process is incredibly fast. I use AI tools like remove filler words and set pace to remove the perfect amount of silence, and I let Riverside do all of the heavy lifting editing for me. Riverside also auto-generates chapter markers in the editor, and I use those in my YouTube channel for that show. I typically edit that video podcast in just a few minutes, and we publish every week. Then to promote that show, and actually to promote my YouTube channel as well, you can use Riverside Magic Clips, which generates those vertical videos in just a few seconds from content you recorded in Riverside, and you can also upload the videos, like for your YouTube channel, into your Riverside studio and generate those clips too. If you'd like to learn more about how I do my video podcast and edit in just a few minutes, check out this video right up here. Again, leave questions in the comments below. I'll answer those personally. Don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel here, hit that like button, and if you want to learn more about growing your YouTube channel, appealing to a wider audience, and keys to accelerate that growth, check out this video right up here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.